What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, all right, all right. God dang, God dang, God dang. And any other thing I can say 3 times. Hello, Michael Gebben here, your mind mechanic, tuning up hearts and minds one at a time so that your ideas do not die in your hearts, heads, and hard drives, bringing you your daily jumpstart here Monday through Friday. And so happy to be here. Excited to talk about this. I did one yesterday. If you're catching this after the fact on podcast or YouTube, just I do my best to release these in order. And so anyways, you can go back one. Right now, they're only on Facebook Live because I'm building the little thing, getting everything ready. But right now, I record these on Facebook Live. So if you are catching this later and you're hearing this, the lives happen Monday through Friday on my Facebook page. So my wife called me out. What'd she call me out about? Well, yesterday, I got done with the video and I had said I traveled back from Phoenix and I said some things and I did it. And I went up, saw my wife. I said, man, I just wasn't feeling it. I could just tell. I was like, I just was not feeling the video that I did. I kind of picked a random thing and I did it. And she goes, why'd you do it? You should have just skipped yesterday. I said, no. Now, granted, my wife has achieved some amazing things. So this is not a knock on like, just give up and quit. But there was that aspect where we have these default things. It was like, well, why'd you do it? And then she's like calling me out on that, but more so, you didn't do your best. You know, I'm always saying, do your best. Right. And there's this aspect that we're waiting to show up. A lot of females, it's typically makeup. A lot of guys, it's they don't know what to say or they don't say the right thing. And we all have different things that prevent us from showing up. I'm too tired. I'm too this. I'm too that. I'm too old. I haven't lost my weight. I haven't done this and I haven't done that. And so therefore, I don't want to put it out there. Right. And what's interesting is my best in the realm of doing this. So it's contextual, is that I share this. I share this as a lesson because for me, there's a commitment to doing this. And what I am sharing and the way I'm sharing it is to and for people to learn lessons, right? So rather than showing up at 100 miles per hour, full blown energy, like I am today, like this is, I'm recording this at this point in time at 9:30 in the morning. And I personally, which is what I would share as a lesson for all of you, what time of the day do you feel at your best? You have the most energy, that you're the most productive, right? Now, I guess depending on a lot of variables, it could range, but I find that there's a natural default. See, I see people who fight the evening because there's so much out there saying about the morning. Now, for me, I have the most energy. I could do one of these when I wake up at, between 6 and 7:30 in the morning and get up and people say, man, what kind of coffee did he drink? What is he on? All these things. Is he always like this? And my point of she called me out. It's no negative, but just this idea that my best is the fact that I am becoming a person who is consistent and who is committed. I've had too many things that I stopped and started and gave up, and plenty of things that I've been committed and consistent on. And the results I'm looking for in my life come from the growth of each and every single day, planting the seeds and growing and getting better and learning. And because of what I'm doing here and not trying to just show up and be, hey, everybody, Michael Gebben here. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited all day, every day of every moment of every day of my life is amazing. Oh my gosh. Right? I never get tired. I'm just always a super high energy. It's like, no, that's not true for me. So the ability to still do that, commit to it. I don't think that what I said was not great. Like it wasn't something helpful, right? But I wasn't in the zone. I wasn't like, right now, this is flow. Like I was like kind of looking for words. I was really tired. I had 2 days that I got up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And Sunday was an intense day at this event that I was at. And, and I traveled into Phoenix Sunday morning and traveled back, was home by Monday morning. And when I recorded this in the afternoon, because my commitment is to record Monday through Friday, right now, it's not the day or the time, it's simply the doing of it. And so for me, most of the time I'll be doing it in the morning because I feel like that's when I'm at my best. But there's a lesson in every action that we take, whether we want to deem what happened from the action that we took or the decision that we made to be good, bad, or indifferent. All you ever have is right now. And so you can complain about what happened or what, wish and hope about what might be, but right now was a wish and a hope. It is the future. It is the present. It is the now. And so what I find is that I would rather take an action and reflect on that action and share the reflection than not take the action at all. Because for me, even showing up and doing this, what is that for you? Is it writing? Do you love writing? Do you love designing? Do you love filming? Do you love editing words, editing film, editing audio, editing designs? What do you like to do? And the getting in the reps will be one of the things that is going to help you become great at what it is that you do. But to become great at something, to become excellent at something, to become something that you can command higher rates, that people, you're sought after in what you do, you got to show up and do it. And so there will be days that you are not feeling it. And I'm all about feelings. Let me tell you, like I'm big in the woo world now. I wasn't always. And what I love is combining quote unquote practicality, reality with, I was gonna say causality, but with really something that a lot they can't see. So because they can't see and touch it, right? This idea that where they're at now is where you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, is because when you look to where you might want to go, where you would wish to go, it's invisible to you. And you're taking your past and trying to have it predict your future. But when all you see is bills to pay, all you see is no money in the bank, just getting by, you tried that before and it didn't work, you're not feeling like doing it, then you don't do it. And by not doing it, you don't grow, you don't get better. I think the world is looking for more, I've had something I've talked about for years, imperfect action. But there's this aspect that people are looking for more people who aren't super polished, don't have it all together. So I share these things because I don't want to show up, click the button, and every day have this thing where it's just like, hi, thank you for listening to my high energy, nonstop, go, 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 because that's not me. I have a lot of energy. I'm pretty optimistic, right? Like there's all these positive aspects that I practice and that I am in a lot of ways. But there are days I don't feel like doing things. There are days I don't feel like talking to people. There are days I don't. And then there are things right now that I am seeing that I know that I am planting the seeds today and watering them so they'll flourish in a metaphoric tomorrow that could be a week, a month, or a year. I've shared a video before that has me at like 18 years old and 26 years old and 28 years old. And when I watch that, it's not somebody else. I'm so happy I have that video at 18 years old that has me, I'm trying to do super nasally, but it's like that idea that I got in front of the camera then. And there's all these things that I've done. There's all these things that you've done that make you who you are today. And so if you can look through the lens of either seeing that through a lens of optimism or pessimism, well, that will create where you're going. Because you can look through your past and what's happened and what you've done and what you accomplished through a lens of, wow, look how far I've come. Look how far I've changed. Look what I've accomplished. Look what I have done. Or you can look through that lens of, wow, let's look off into the future to where I am not yet, and what I haven't done, and what I haven't accomplished, and what hasn't worked out. Because both are lenses that you can choose to look through. One for you right now is a default. So some people, their parents, they're this, they're that. Your default may be the optimistic one. But your default, another person, could be the pessimistic one. Looking to what you haven't done, what you don't have, where you still need to go. But how is that working for you? Is that driving you forward in a powerful way? Or is that holding you back in a disempowering way? Because the older we get and the more we look through life through a lens of pessimism, negativity, what isn't, what I haven't done, somebody's better than me, why do it? We don't want to get up and try it all. We don't want to get up and do anything. I got a shirt on. There it is. Anybody seen this show? Who's watching, listening? For those who are only listening, can't see, got a shirt. It says believe. Got a little word below it in the corner. It says Ted Lasso. I don't want to give anything away. It's a great show. So it's subtle spoilers, no spoilers. If you're like, I don't want to know anything, you might want to end up turning this off now. I'm going to try to leave some off, but I think that when I watched that show, I actually had people who kept telling me to watch it, and they were saying that they felt like I was Ted Lasso. I got a little picture here. Look at myself. Oh, so vain. You see that? There's Med Gasso. There's a picture. I don't have the other one. That's the actual one that looks like this. You can type in Ted Lasso, you'll see a picture like this. Med Gasso is my first 2 letters of my name. So I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh. Because there were times where I've kind of made fun of because I'm super optimistic, right? And this idea of believing in things that couldn't be seen, be more realistic. Our world, this technology that we are on right now, I'm recording this on Zoom. There are people watching on Facebook, and later on there'll be a recording and we'll share it on, YouTube and podcasts and other platforms. That was not realistic. There was a time where that was, futuristic, right? But not realistic. It was unrealistic, futuristic, not reality, not possible. I mean, there was truly a time where it was nothing more than a dream in someone's mind that something like this right now could happen. And if it would have ever happened, it would have been a miracle. But here we are. And so to the dreamers, the doers and the entrepreneurs, those of you who have things inside of you, and there are people on forums, on Facebook groups, on Facebook, your peers, your friends, your coworkers, or your family. My words to you are to start to become super self-aware of when you're energized, when you have an idea that lights you up. Because I'm here to tell you that the success that you will have in life will be with your ability to take that which charges you up, lights you up, excites you, and gives you enthusiasm, and you start to feel passion and energy. That will take you to the impossible. It will carry you through the pain, the struggles, the complications, the difficulties. You know what won't? When you tell that to someone and they look at you through the lens of their life. I don't know who said this because I've seen people quote it. My one buddy, he never quoted anybody else. I don't know if he made it up or didn't. I don't know. But my man, Steve Sisler, always said to me, we don't see others as they are. We see them as we are. And so what I've found is there are far too many people who are not malice or ill-intended or trying to hurt you or harm you or not have you achieve your goals, dreams, and ambitions. But they hear what you say about your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, your ideas, and they filter it through their lens of life. Do I, the person receiving your idea, think that what you told me is realistic, is possible, is a good idea, is something that I would want to do, is something that I would like? Then what happens? They deliver / project that onto you with no more thought process than hearing, processing, and delivering right back at you what they believe about themselves, not what they believe about you. If you can start to recognize that when you go to share things with people, that you do not need to have the affirmation from anyone that what your idea, that spark inside of you that lights you up, is a great idea, that it could go somewhere, that it could do something. I literally just saw that some celebrity, what's a celebrity? Somebody that is celebrated, somebody that somehow, some way, shape, or form, through time, effort, energy, consistency, or any other various ways of moving forward and accomplishing things, became known by a lot of people. And this particular person ended up selling farts in a jar. I guess I haven't even fully researched. I got to research more, but supposedly I think showed herself farting into a jar. Who knows? You can't see a fart. You could probably hear it, which could have been created after the fact. But then there's news articles that have come out now that this gal ended up thinking she had a heart attack and ended up in the hospital. And it was because of excess gas inside of her, because she was eating things that could create enormous amounts of gas so that she could fart in a jar and sell $1,000 farts in a jar. And she made $200,000 selling farts in a jar. And you want to tell me that what you do isn't valuable? I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of speechless. My point with that is that truly anything in this world is possible. And you know the ones who achieve the impossible? Those who are daring enough to put their craziness in the eyes of others out into the world. Tuning up hearts and minds so that ideas don't die in your heart, your head, or your hard drive. What is sitting in your head? What is sitting in your heart? What is on your hard drive right now that you have not shared? There's plenty we can keep to ourselves. There's plenty we can create for ourselves. I would assert that a lot of times you're just doing things for yourself to begin with. The thing that you do that you may or may not be making a living or want to make a living off starts with you having joy when you do it. And then there's extra joy when people receive it and they're excited and they like it and all these things. But too many of us let the joy that started with us die, because when we share it with one person, they tell us that's a stupid idea. You shouldn't do that. And I have had too many things, including what I am doing today, be slowed down and everything else. Now, I'm grateful for all these things that happen, but sometimes there's things that are happening that I don't want to stay in. There's something happening for you that you can learn the lesson from everything that's happened to the point in time you hear this video or audio right now, but you don't wish to stay there. It doesn't mean there's not phenomenal lessons that won't take you and move you forward in an empowering, impactful, crazy, amazing way. So I do not resent anymore my past. And that gives me a great sense of peace. But I know that I have moved farther, faster when I have followed my heart, my gut, my intuition, my desires, my joy, my fun, my fulfillment. And in the world we live in with the internet, there are people I can pretty much guarantee that live on planet Earth who have desires and loves and passions just like you. You just have to have the courage to show up. Whether at times with the full makeup, full done up, or whether at times being a little lower energy and tired and not all there, which was me yesterday. Show up, right? Show up. Show up consistently. Watch what happens. God dang, God dang, God diggity dang. Your daily jumpstart. Hey, give us some likes and love. I see there on Facebook. If you got any comments, questions, thoughts, don't ever hesitate to reach out. I'm mostly active on Facebook. So if you're catching this somewhere else, it's facebook.com/Gebs86. It's actually my personal profile. But where I am most active is on Mind Tune-Up Time, where I come out in a public fashion to be able to interact with everybody on Zoom, pull up some people, brand new people for coaching. You can go to mindtuneuptimelive.com. Because I'm a better talker than I am a typer. And so I create opportunities to where I can talk and interact and connect. And so please reach out. And I appreciate you. And I'm grateful for you and your time and your attention. But more than anything, I just hope that you can take this message and integrate it in a way that helps you move forward and helps you make an impact in lives of people I will probably never know or never connect with. And that's fine with me, because again, I just don't want people to have things inside of them that light them up and they've allowed the external world to prevent them from moving forward on it, because you will go much farther when you are following the things that excite you than you will with somebody else who told you you should do something that you don't really want to do. And there's a whole topic I could talk about that, but for now, that's enough. If you have questions, thoughts, rebuttals, yeah, buts, questions, anything, please leave them in the comments for topics I could cover on future episodes. And like I said, check out Mind Tune Up Time. It's actually today at the recording of this one is a Tuesday. So at 2 p.m. today, I'll be on a longer session. So if you have time, check it out. MindTuneUpTimeLive.com. You can register there on Zoom. And rock and roll. I appreciate you. Have a phenomenal day. Keep being you. And all right. God dang. Keep rocking. We'll talk soon. Thanks.